Another gap up opening today. Like this is the fourth consecutive, gap up opening, but at least today the gap got filled. So I'm going to trade Nifty only today. So I mean, Bank Nifty went below the cloud and kind of looks to be a short. Uh, but it's reached its target over here, so it might just pull back. So Bank Nifty, I don't know if it's a good trade. There's a crossover here as well, but Nifty also is crossed over. So I think now the main indicators are going to be the OBV and the VWAP. So I don't take trades in the first few minutes of the day. So first 15 minutes I'm just going to observe these two, but more likely than not I'm going to get a trade in Nifty over Bank Nifty, I think. Or I just might get a Bank Nifty short today. So it's a short below this low, the next two pull back, and in which case this will be my target. But yeah, Nifty on the other hand looks set to go higher still. So OBV is risen, right? This is yesterday's final OBV, and here today. So there's been buying in this, and there's almost that much of selling on the Bank Nifty front. Bank Nifty is broken this. I mean, it should stop somewhere over here, pull back, and then it would be a good shot. Nifty, on the other hand, is just there. It's very tempted to go Bank Nifty short right away, but my stop loss would be very far away, 850 versus 650, so that's 200 points. It's within my range of trades, and I'm considering it. Let's see. So really, I'm expecting first a pullback before it comes down. So I won't take any trades till like 9:30. So just 10 minutes before I place my first order. Not sure which one I'll get to trade though. So I've placed a sell below this candle's low. Reason being is since today is Thursday, okay, today is the expiry. I expect that this gap filling that has happened, uh, you know, if it goes below this, it will probably go even further lower to this target, right? Somewhere around here, 38,500 levels. And so my first intuition was that this down move is just for this gap fill, and target is met and it's done. But if you look at the 1 day chart of Bank Nifty, it is still in the cloud. So now that it's in the cloud, it could probably go lower in the cloud. And if I look at Nifty is broken out of the cloud, but it is kind of at its target, right? So as an intraday trader, this is actually a very good target for me, from 275 to like 300. That's like those 25 points which I aim for every day. But on 5 minute time frame, I don't know whether it is that strong of a move as yet. So let's see how this plays out. If this gets taken out, then only it would go short, right? So it's a matter of whether this gap is filled here. So Nifty hasn't come to fill its gap. So what if Nifty also decides to come to fill its gap? In which case, Bank Nifty would go lower. So let's see. I've put an order. I don't know if it will get triggered or not. I haven't entered a stop losses yet, but my stop loss will be here actually. I'm going to use the kitchen only. So 38,820 will be my stop loss, and 38,500 is my target. Yeah, I just went long on Nifty futures because clearly this was just a gap filling purpose, and now it's trending back upwards, and Nifty seems least interested in filling this gap. So now I'm long Nifty. My target is undecided. My stop loss is the kitchen, so it's actually quite close, the stop loss. So it's 18240. Mm, so I don't know if it just might get taken out now at the start of the day itself, but it won't be a very heavy loss. So I'm hoping that it doesn't. Yeah. Bank Nifty, on the other hand, this trade seems like it might get a resistance here and pull back, and then if it goes here, then I'll enter this trade because I'll be out of my Nifty trade in that case. So setting a stop loss for 18235, yeah, somewhere over here. And so basically the open candle's low, I think. Yeah, 18236 is the low, so 18235 is my stop loss. So my Nifty stop loss got triggered as expected. I'm glad I kept a closed stop loss, but it was still almost 50 50 points. Yeah, some 50 points I think I got stopped out at, and the Bank Nifty short got triggered. So this is my target of 39, 38, 500. So it's at 599, so 100 points down more from here. Net for the day, I am this hasn't refreshed. 466 down. I lost 2200 on Nifty futures. Like I said, almost 20. So 282.53 I sold it. So here I made some 45-50 points loss, and Bank Nifty is doing well so far. So once it broke this, it went down sharply. But question is, like, should I hold on to this trade or close it? Once 3800 is reached. Like last time I got burnt, but again this is in so much open space. That this initial target might be taken with this and this. So I'll see how it moves at 38,500, and accordingly, take a call. From here, if it reverses, that's just bad luck, because there's no reason why it should reverse over here. Because the gap was already filled when this happened. So not sure. Uh, Nifty long now will get triggered only about this high. So there's no point going long after the Bank Nifty gets stopped out. So the Bank Nifty trade is doing quite well. I'm 3,000 bucks up, so it's a healthy gain so far. Uh, some 70, 60, 70 points. Uh, but question is, like, is it going to go to this 420 levels, because now it's almost at 500, which is my initial target. So is it going to just reverse from 500 and go up, or is it going to go lower? So I'm zooming first down into the 1 minute time frame. Okay, so if you see 1 minute time frame, there is a lot of open space. Okay, the chart isn't loading, but yeah, there's a lot of open space here till 460 levels, 493, 460. Okay, so it can go and face resistance here, and after that, it's open again. So this is going to be a crucial level, 500 to 460 range, 450, 500 range. And if I zoom out into 15-minute time frame, you will see the real challenge that I'm facing. So on the 15-minute time frame, this cloud low is 530. So like I said, it's going to be a very crucial level. So if it breaks below this, it can go all the way down to 200, 180, 200 levels, which is this day before's low. But uh, all dependent on how this level breaks. Okay, so that is it with Bank Nifty. So on 5 minute time frame, my trade is still going well. It's not yet reached this initial target. Okay, so 400 level seems actually quite challenging and might not reach it immediately. If it does, then it will have broken out on the 15-minute time frame, it would be a good short. So on the 15-minute time frame, cloud is bullish though, so unlikely to immediately move here, but it just might. Okay, and now let's just look at Nifty. So Nifty on 5 minute has given a short signal. Okay, there's a crossover, it has gone below the cloud, but the future cloud is bullish. So Nifty is also at a sort of support level. Okay, and from here it might just go to fill the gap. But because the cloud is bullish, it might not happen immediately. So what I'm thinking of doing, okay, so here also let's look fine tune to the 1 minute time frame. So 1 minute it is at a target level, right? And then this comes as the next target, 18145, which is quite low. And if I look at 15 minutes on Nifty, you know, it is not below the cloud or anything, right? So Nifty is a hard trade to judge. So I'm actually considering, Bank Nifty. If I close now, I could short. If I close at 500, that is okay. I could close it and wait for a short on Nifty if this does not break well below the cloud. So Nifty, I could get a short below this low because it would go to fill the gap ideally. This would be my target, 123 levels. So I'm not really sure about the Nifty trade right now, but maybe by the time Bank Nifty hits its target, I will get some more information. So let's see. For the day, I am now at break even more or less. I made making a small loss. That's because of the uh, uh, trading costs, etc. So I'll be at a loss of like 200 to 300. Uh, but yeah, I could see this trade move very strongly down or just reverse. So now it's at a very crucial stage. So as expected, market reversed from here. I mean, not expected from. I expected to move a bit lower, but reversed a bit sooner from here. Bank Nifty. And now that my stop losses, the VWAP and the moving average have moved below the entry price, okay, um, I'm thinking of closing the trade the moment it closes above that. So I'm waiting for the candle to close above this. I might just have to take a small gain over here and close this trade. But looking at Nifty, Nifty is seeing a sell off here. So if Nifty closes below this, if Nifty short gets triggered below this, I'll definitely be taking a short on Nifty. Bank Nifty, though, I think has run its course. I'm just going to look at an ABCD on Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty, yeah. So this is 15 minutes. If I look at 5 minutes, right? Um, so this is close to a 50% retracement, right? So, I mean, if it gets triggered, then fine. If my stop gets triggered, but if it doesn't, this gives me a target of 38,400, which is like really good, close to this low, which is sort of my target, 420, 400 levels. So I'm hoping it doesn't close or it doesn't trigger uh, a stop loss over here. Whereas if I look at Nifty on the 5 minute time frame, uh, same story almost. Um, so this is my A point. This was my uh, B point. Okay, on the 5 minute. This was a 38% retracement, and it has some way to go this trade. And say I extend this lower. This is also almost a 50% retracement, giving me a target of 18,140. Basically filling the gap. So I'm going to delete this and look at it on 15 minutes. So 15 minutes if this is a fractal. Yeah. So this is a 50% retracement. So uh, a short below this would actually be good. Uh, but anyway, moving back to the time frame which I did, and Bank Nifty, yeah, it's closed. It's closed above this, so I'm going to have to book another loss for the day. Should I use the original stop loss itself? This becomes a challenge for me sometimes when the stop loss are so close to the entry. I'm just going to give it a few more seconds, just in case it reverses from here. So now this is more than a 50% retracement. The target is just 18,420 in that case. Let's see, I'm just going to wait for a bit. Might have to accept that this was a losing trade. I booked a small minor profit. I mean, it must be, yeah, just enough to cover expenses. So I'm still at a loss for the day. But yeah, I mean, it's moving up, right? So there's no point in hoping for this trade. I followed my system. Close was above my moving averages, so I booked a loss. Although I'm still considering shorting it again. So if it moves below this low, so I'm going to place a sell order below this low. So the low here is 38,531. So at 38,530, I would want to go short again. I want to sell. Hmm. So I'm placing a sell order on this. It's, why why do I have any orders open? No, I don't have any orders open. Oh, okay, I know what happened. So I'm going to place order again. 530. It's getting placed as an intraday order. I want a delivery order. So I might just trail the order and enter it sooner if there is a lot of selling momentum coming in here, which doesn't seem to be the case. If it comes, then yes. So as I was saying, yeah, I'll place this order. Sell at 329 after 530 is crossed. Okay. Just to look at Nifty again. So Nifty is not a good trade in this case, right? The cloud is flat, this cloud is bullish. Below this, it would be a small target. So not taking this trade. So I maintain a log of my trades here. So 38,675. Did I close it at entry? Oh, 38,663. Yeah, 67 points after expenses. So net since in January I am down 5,000 rupees on this account. That's fine. That's almost a stop loss I take on one losing trade, right? So Nifty doesn't seem to be a good trade, like I was saying. Even if it goes below this, it will take some time at least before it goes. Bank Nifty, on the other hand, might just uh, get there sooner. And if it goes below this, I'm going to look at 420 as my target. So that's 110 points, which is a good trade, I think, in that case. So let's see. So what has happened is the 15-minute cloud, right? I mean, it went towards the bottom of the cloud and started pulling back. So cloud acts as a very major consolidation and indecisive zone where the prices really can't decide where they want to go. Nifty will probably not be a good trade because it will head towards the cloud. So yeah, hoping for this short to be triggered, but I think if it doesn't get triggered, I'm fine with today because expiry day you don't usually get good trades. So Bank Nifty triggered a short here again. There was a kitchen crossover, price was below, VWAP is low, OPB was trending downwards, RSI is low as well. So this is, and Chica also entered some open space territory. So I have one short on Bank Nifty. I was considering a Nifty long actually. Just a second. So over here, okay, there was a bullish crossover, but I didn't take it. Reason being, OPV was still below, the opening level, so it was still weak. RSI was trending upwards, but it didn't look like a convincing trade. And also, there's a gap open, so I don't know if it's going to go to fill this gap or not. So that's why I'm not trading Nifty. Bank Nifty, on the other hand, has triggered a short. Everything is bearish. So it's a convincing short. Just that my target is probably going to be closer than I would like 420 I would like, but I think it's going to go to 494 500 levels and reverse. So it's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock usually on expiry day means there is a reversal in trend. So I'm a bit worried about this trade, but it is what it is. So I've entered a short. I'm using 38,650 as my stop loss. That's the VWAP and the cloud 660. Not sure whether it will get triggered or not to stop, but for now that's the status. So the short trade is doing well. It has even broken the day's low. I mean, it's not held it, but it's broken below it. And if you look at 15 minutes, so it has now finally broken out of the cloud here. Okay, it is broken out of this cloud. Problem is that now this is the target and not this. So 510 levels is probably as low as it might go today, although this is still in play. Like, it depends how this is violated, like how strong of a move it is. And as for Nifty is kind of pointless to trade on 15 minutes. There's no short trade. Okay, so it's come down, but it's still well above the cloud, so it's probably going to hold its ground here. On 5 minutes, the cloud is kind of confused and directionless, although Nifty will probably go to 18165, 170, 180 levels. So I'm not taking a trade on Nifty. I'm sticking with the Bank Nifty trade itself. So let's see how much lower it goes. Hopefully 420 levels are achievable.